It's on Yunos there, but Yunos at 7 bombs, Saber at 6, so a little bit of an advantage there as well.
Wow, so that safety engineer trying to minimize health refill, doing the best he can under the circumstances.
Saber at
A little
6, so a
adrenaline
little
going.
bit of an advantage.
Saber recently engaged, so this guy's got a wedding to plan. More important than obviously practicing Zelda.
Looks like we have another picnic, unfortunately. So all of our fantastic commentary is going to waste.
Well,
Is it back? Fantastic! Quality picnic. All right, fantastic.
well, can't wait to watch this VOD later.
Entering level 9 at 2637-ish. Meanwhile, Saver making his way up the ladder. So these guys are really not that far behind. This is one slightly medium-level mistake behind, a catch-up. But forced bomb there for Yuno's up to 8, which is fantastic. That means he's got plenty to play around with for the rest of the dungeon. And a sword hit, unfortunately, for Saver on the way into level 9, so he's going to lose his beam sword and his count.
Just like the lioness and the gazelle, Saber gets a little impaled on the way to 9. He wants to taste some victory here, but he's just a little behind. 11 spawns, even. What are these spawns? Saber, they're cleaning up. Patra, easy skip for Yunos.
Ooh, and a bomb to boot, so he's got something to play
God.
around with there. Takes 2 quick hits, unfortunately, losing 4 hearts. That probably not really worth the bomb there.
I don't know. Yunos is just trying. He's a closer, man. He doesn't wipe
Very
at
true.
this point in 9 unless it's really important. So, good luck, Yunos.
Mission
It's
for a
hard
heart
here.
does get 1.
Yeah, Zols are in the money dropping group. So, what's with this Patra spawn for poor Saber over here?
Yeah, gets the same spawn that Lack had, unfortunately, and loses a little bit more life. Down to 6 hearts already, and not even in the tough part of the dungeon.
Yeah, you only need 1.5 hearts for 9. These
Making
guys
quick work of this next room, though, so fantastic job by him. And gets a fairy, so up 4 hearts just out of that. Meanwhile, Yunos making his way through the reverse C room. Gets double fairy.
Oh, what a jerk! All those fairies gets to beam the last Wizrobe there. What a
Fair.
sweet victory as he tries to line up this double clip. Gets into the silver arrow room here. Saver and Yunos are both randomizer players. They are great at thinking on their feet. They're not as clinical and surgical as Lack Attack and Darkwing, but which is showing right now is they're both in the winners bracket for the time being. Undefeated Zelda tournament players. Wow.
No, random bomb there for Yunos, too. Doesn't even need it. Had a
Yeah.
2857 silver arrow pickup. We'll see what Saver ends up with here. Does have extra bombs to throw around, fortunately for him. Going to help a lot in clearing out this room.
Stabbity gets the Derpin Wizrobe just going back and forth in the blocks right there. Gets him on his little first cycle. We have a silver arrow coming up.
2935, so about 28-second difference.
It's like Yuno's taking a pause of her breath there inside a like. Doesn't want to get beamed because he's already missing some health. Looks like he's doing the new strats here, but Wizrobe doesn't want to cooperate, and he's going to bleed out some time here with bombs to spare, so could have gone traditional there.
I think he's just playing it safe at this point. If he's listening or watching, he knows that he's got a little bit of a lead to play around with. So no need to make crazy, risky strats. Unfortunately, Saber taking 2 bodies by a like there, losing some time and 2 hearts. Down to Hyrule driver range. Very unfortunate there. And still has a couple of tough rooms to go.
Oh god, I'm dropping frames over here on Yuno's stream. Gonna fall a little bit behind there. So, if Yunos is listening, oh god, Saber's way in front of you! You have to go faster! But I don't know if that's just stream delay.
Super fast strats. No fairy or heart for Yunos off the 3rd Patra, but has 5 hearts to play with.
That bat boost was great. Ooh.
Oh, unfortunately, Saber takes the boost the wrong way.
Oh
Down
god,
to
oh
2,
god.
down to
Oh,
1.
pause strats.
Using
underway for
pause
Saber.
strats.
god.
Oh, he's in trouble here.
He's threaded.
Oh no, and he dies.
That's it. What? We have a
Yunos
cannon.
dies too.
Double death.
Double death. We are back to even, folks. Holy cow. The only advantage is Yunos does not have to kill Patra 3. Unbelievable.
But Saver could take a Hippo Fairy there.
Very true. Will cost extra time, however.
Well, not extra, but I mean, he has to kill him, so.
That's true. I meant building up a count.
All right, so we're gonna watch right now as these guys build up a count and try and get as many fairies as possible from the Zol room. I don't remember how many Zol they left behind. It's pretty good to clear that room out if you plan on taking a death, but you do not want to die in a tournament race. It is very devastating.
I'm curious if they'll do old man strats here.
I would not.
Yunos is not going to. Saber having a little bit of more issues with that Patcher 1 again. Bombs for Yunos.
Looks like Saber took a long, hard look at the old man and then decided against it.
Oof. Oh, Yunos playing with fire here. 1 heart, or half heart.
Yeah, half is all you need to live. For now. More
Saber down at 1 heart.
Just essentially the same amount of health here. I mean, a Keese is the only thing that does half out here.
Building up a count. We'll see if Yunos can get his fairy drop here.
He left 5 Zol. He's
interesting. Gonna kill some Keese, my assumption.
Yeah, he could have busted out the J. Cooper candle, but it looks like he's gonna use some of these swag arrows. The silver arrows are the Keese, fatal weakness. Looks like Saber's doing the exact same thing. We're gonna have a Keese count.
Yunos gets his fairy up to 4.5. Yeah, this is rough.
Alright, got Patra 2.
Try to play with Patra 2 here.
So gotta watch the dice again.
Yunos gets through without taking damage. Very close, but unfortunately Saber with the death.
Yunos inside a like. This is going back and forth between ending and tying so many times.
The race of who can make the most mistakes is on, that's for sure.
Yunos might run out of arrows at this rate.
Let's hope he doesn't do a swag arrow to run out of rupees again.
He promised me he would use a swag arrow no matter what, so he just has to keep some with them. Yunos needs 2 arrows to win. That's basically what I'm saying. Right.
It's got 15, so he should be okay. Does have to take the mandatory bop there, so down to 2.5, which
I did not like that pattern. Going directly for Ganon right now. Yunos with the commanding lead at the moment. He's got to get a different pattern Ganon negotiated.
Man, 3rd time for Patcher 1 for Saber and still not being cooperative.
Going to old man strats.
Let's see if we can get fast Ganon here for Yunos. Nope.
Good initial stab.
Gets 2.
Don't get drivered. Just don't get drivered.
He gets drivered! Oh my god!
Oh my god! And
meanwhile, a fairy for Saber as he takes him up. Holy cow! This game
paying off at the moment. So Saber is now in a commanding lead.
Commanding lead, indeed.
More frame lossage over here on my Yunos stream. Panicking all over the place.
This is unbelievable.
Yunos, take us through here. I can't see anything but a Landmala skip.
Yeah, I mean he's moving on in towards the like room yet again. Like spiral. Meanwhile, Saber is making his way towards his nemesis Patra 2. See if he can get through this time. Meanwhile, Yunos down to 6 rupees, so let's hope that he doesn't use too many more here. Looks like he's either paying attention to chat or watching Saber's stream, so he knows where he's at. And another favorable Patra 1 for Yunos, so 3 for 3 for him and 0 for 3 for Saber. But Saber is just cruising on through here. Only has to deal with the trap room and Patra 3.
Yeah, good point, chat. The important thing about the race is how old will Zelda be when you get there. So we haven't seen very many 35-minute older Zeldas so far in this tournament, especially from the Final 4 here. But anything goes.
Like 36, maybe 37 at this point.
Yeah, it's gonna be a while. All Saber needs to do here is stop dying. I think he's gonna go for a Hippo Fairy with this advantage he has at the moment.
Unos uses his last rupee. Oh no! So he's got to get money somewhere.
My screen Eunice has 4 roops. Oh, I guess you're ahead of me, and he shot all of the keys.
Oh, he gets the forced fiver out of the room by killing the rest of the keys. So good job on him remembering that has a forced 5 drop, but getting a little bit gun happy there, and unfortunately runs out of rupees again.
Who saw that coming? Alright, so Patra 3 is finally going to die here for Saber.
Looks like he clears out Patra 2 just in case he has to do it again.
Yeah, there's the Hippo Fairy for Saber. I got him rolling into Ganon here at 36-43.
Yeah, he should have this in the bag.
This is his first spawn of Ganon, so he should have a traditional kill. 1, 2,
and
3,
he gets it.
4. Saber is beat Ganon.
With an official race time of 37:09.
Oh my goodness.
Wow. Meanwhile, Unos,
there you
2
go.
deaths to Ganon, making his way back through for a 3rd time.
Alright, well,
Very unfortunate.
Mr. Fap, of course, you are on deck trying to get some interviews going here. What a great race. That was exciting. That was heart-pumping. Some guys here were just completely out of money, out of health several times. What a match.
I'm sorry, I had to take my Adderall for that run.
Yeah,
seriously.
It's one of those Game of Throws is more like what this is, but both are gonna finish. Looks like we're gonna get a finish out of Unos at, well, we'll see. Has an official time. Be 38:06 for an official finish time for Unos. So, wow, what a race!
Yeah, that was something.
So, I mean, now Saber has basically 2 opportunities to win the tournament. As, you know, whoever wins out of Vlak and Unos actually has to beat him twice to take the crown. So, very hyped there. So it looks like we are at least got 2 more races and a possible 3rd coming up. And it looks like we have got Saber in the channel. So go ahead and take it away, Fap.
Hey, Saber, how's it going?
Hello? Hello? Hi.
Hey, Saber. So, what was going through your mind there? Well, I mean, before we get to the obvious end, we'll talk throughout the run. How was you feeling through the start of the run?
Pretty bad. Once I saw that Eunice was ahead and that he was going blue candle route, I knew that he was supposed to be ahead of me, at least before we entered 7, so I wasn't feeling too good. But the rupee count was very high, so at least I had that didn't have to worry about. But other than that, I kept thinking, Eunice is going to be ahead either way. And by the end of my 5 and his 2, we were pretty much even, except I had to get the red candle.
Right.
So,
Yeah,
but overall, I think the only highlight in my run, I would say, was the ladder clip, the ladder heart clip. For some reason, I pulled that off right away.
That was, like, amazing how fast you did that. It looked like you just walked across everything without any delay. That was just, it almost looked task-like. That's how beautiful that was. Now, let's get to the part we probably don't want to get about, but we're going there. Level 9.
Let's not talk about that.
And I see on your screen that you had his restream in a window on, the Best of Nest restream, so you knew what was going on. But I tell you what, man, that Patra 1 had it out for you, man. I don't know what was the deal with that. All 3 times he kept saying, nope, nope, nope. And you also got the FU beam, too, before Patra.
I think that was the 2nd time through when after I died, I got the FU beam.
Oh, okay. But yeah, man, of course, you were watching everything. Do we have Eunice in here yet?
No, and he has left his computer.
Oh, okay. Well,
He was invited.
anyway,
He'll figure it out.
Yeah, as you were watching it, Saber, what was going through your mind seeing him die, at Ganon, and then you died, then he dies, and you died? What was going through your mind on that?
Well, when I first died, I pretty much said, game over, I'm just going to do a Darkwing and go through the dungeon and just finish it off. And then I saw he died, and I was like, oh my god, I actually have a chance. Then I died as he was collecting fairies. I'm like, okay, this is for sure the end. And then he died again, and I was like, oh my god, just go. I tried to farm as many fairies as I could, but I couldn't get too many. I knew I had to get the last Hippo Fairy, that was for sure. Even though Ganon
Yeah.
didn't hit me, I needed it.
See, when you were when he went back to Ganon, you know, he had that lower spawn, you know, from where he already fought him once, and if you don't get the stun lock on that, you're going to have a bad time, and that's just, you know, he got high roll driver, and boom, it just went back to square one.
Yeah.
But no, when you both died that first time, it was just like instant start dead even heat, except for you having to go through Patra.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
I was considering getting out the whistle right before I entered Ganon. I'm like, I do not want to lose this. Not at this time, at least. But I just opted to just go for it normally.
Yeah, but you know, great win there. You know, you won the winners bracket. Now,
Doesn't feel
yeah,
like much of a
yeah.
win though at that time. Both of us.
You know, that's you got to take a win as you can get it, man. I mean, yeah,
Yeah, gotta take it as it is.
37:04. Yeah, it's not the best time in the world, but it's a win, and that's what
Yep.
matters in tournaments. And now, you know, you get Eunice gets a chance to take out Lack. He's beat everybody else in the tournament except for you, so he's got to take out Lack, and then take out Lack. Then he's got to beat you twice. So you know, you got a little time to chill. You got some time to, you know, get out a few kinks. But yeah, I mean, whoever wins this next match has got to beat you twice. So this person who is about to race right now, this is going to be. Let's try this again. The winner of this has to win 3 races in a row to beat you.
Unless it's Unos, I think. Then he
Oh,
only
yeah,
gets
that's
two.
right. That's right.
Unos, I have one request. Please take out Lack. Please. I do not want to go up against him again.
Yeah.
We need our rematch, man. We really need it.
I don't know. That didn't look like we deserved the rematch. Looked like we both deserved to be
We-
buried and
Buried alive. Heck yeah.
yeah. That was awful. Awful. God.
Eunice, did you have Saber stream up?
No, my internet, my network's too messed up. I didn't want to lose frames, so I got nothing running that I don't need.
Definitely understand, but no, it was when you both died in 9 at the exact same time the first time. Didn't know if you knew that or not.
Somebody told me. Yeah. Yeah. What? Yeah, that was a real fun Ganon there, where I believe that was the first one was the one where he respawned like off, like in one of the eye sockets,
Mm-hmm.
and then he, I don't know.
Yeah, you did the correct strat, hitting him there and then going over to the right to try to get the second hit in. I mean, that was correct. He just wasn't there, and from there, it's like, okay, what do I do now? You know, we don't practice that because that's not a situation we're in often.
I felt like I practiced that quite a bit, but he wasn't where I was expecting quite. And when he came downward across the center on the first one, and I hit him, and then I don't even know if I moved into him or if we just killed each other.
Yeah, you got bodied on that last one, on that one there, unfortunately. But you know, noble effort, man, noble effort. But you know, now you know, you get a little moment of rest, and then boom. Well, actually, you don't, because you're getting ready to play Lack here in a minute in the next bracket. So you're going up against a giant here, man. What's going through your mind on this?
Nothing. I'm gonna get off the call now and focus up for the next race.
I hear you, man. Well, good luck to you, man. And Saber, rest up those thumbs, man. You're going to need it.
All right.
All right. Thanks for having us.
No problem. See y'all in a bit.
Yeah. Did BON stream come back up, or what are we doing?
It's back up.
Oh, okay. Cool. All right. Fantastic. Thanks.
Always great to hear from the runners, keeping things fresh here. You know, Lactac has just joined the race channel, so they're getting set up and ready there. Hold on to your butts. listen to some of that sweet jam music, and we will bring you Unos versus Lack Attack 24. God, one of the most pleasurable runners to watch race here, Mr. Lack Attack.
Yeah, hopefully Yunos can calm down just a little bit after that run. Sounds like he's just a little bit tilted, which I could totally understand. It sucks to lose a game because you died again and twice. So we'll sit to see if he can calm down and get back into the groove as he rears off to face Lack Attack.
It's going to be interesting to see if we're going to know in level 3, I think, how rattled he really continues to be.
Yeah, I totally agree. And if he doesn't calm down, it's over.
Oh yeah, if he doesn't calm down, especially if he doesn't get the first bomb.
Yeah, that'll be a big indicator.
I know this from pure experience that if you don't handle not getting that first bomb and just break it doesn't matter what's going to happen. You're going to lose. Like, Black's going to win 90% of his races that aren't against me if he gets a 30-39 again. But and then I don't die again. But the bitterness is still here. You have to deal with that while I'm here. But yeah, it's all on Eunice to just, I think it'd be good for him not to know where Lack is. Just pay attention to what he's doing.
Absolutely.
And not pay attention to that. I think it would be like what I did against Lack is I told my chat, just tell me if he dies. That's all I care about. I don't want to know any other way. And, I was very focused and, aside from the death, I played pretty well. So that's what Eunice really needs to focus on is just, his counts. And he also does he has the either or route, focus on that. Make his decisions just based on what his counts are at the end of, I think he makes a choice probably at the end of one, I would imagine.
I believe so. That sounds right.
And just focus on that. If you start worrying about anything Lack's doing, you're going to, especially when you've had that last match, it's not going to help at all. So we'll know pretty soon what his mindset is. I don't think Lack's going to get another 30-30 time. He'll probably be around 31 minutes. That would be my prediction for like a low 31, like 31:05, 31:06. Eunice can beat that. He's not. That's kind of rare, I think, for him in a race, but he can beat it. So if he just thinks about that and don't think about Lack's 28:50, think about his 31-minute time and go after that.
Right. And I mean, if you look at Lack's race times overall in the tournament, they've been around the 31.5, 32-minute mark outside of his race against you. So I mean, if you keep that in mind, a 30 to 31, mid 31 is perfectly reasonable for Unos as well. So.
Yeah. And Lack's going to be motivated, of course. I don't think it's the first match and against me, and I don't think it'll be quite the. I don't think Lack will be. I don't know. Is his stream up? What's his heart rate at?
97.
Oh, so it's still really high. So if he sees that, that'll calm you down because Lack's standing is usually around 65, 70. So he's already he's amped up too. So
yeah, when he started his race against you, it was at like 135. It was pretty high. It was ridiculous.
The things you could do to a man, Darkwing.
Yeah, well, yeah. So, yeah, it was. So he's very, very mortal. If you think about that, being way amped up and that kind of thing. So, think of it. Focus on that. Focus on your race. It's like playing poker. Don't expect that your opponent's going to have ace-ace every time. If you do, you're going to play tentative and you're going to really fall behind, especially if you get a 2-7, like not getting a first bomb. So I'll be interested to see what happens after that first Dark Nut kill.
Yeah, I think Unos will be all right. Generally, when he makes his runs, he doesn't have too much of an issue recovering. He'll have about a 5-minute break, which is generally enough to calm down and get back into the swing of things. So, again,
like
like you were saying,
Lakatak
we'll see what happens.
went for a swim there off the east coast of Hyrule. He's lowered his heart rate to about 85.
Yep, just messing around at this point. Got to go back the other way now. No
Gotta
sword
stay
scrolls.
fresh on your clipping. Swordless J. Coper route. Let's see how that works out for him. Lakatak is getting a little cocky here and there, but rightfully so. It's good to be king. Unos is, got a pretty even temperament, so both these guys can get a little ragey. Lakatak takes his off camera sometimes, but you can see him sweating from the brow here and there. Analogue. Alright, Unos is
Looks like
ready.
we are ready.
Restream is ready. I haven't refreshed Lack in a while.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and refresh now as well.
I got let's see. Unos leaning down, resetting console, typing at the keyboard, moving his neck around all strangely, like a giraffe.
All of these are not very good visual cues. Thank you. Looks like we just need Fredbot to leave the race, and we are ready. I'm going to reset on Unos's stream.
10-second countdown starts now on SRL.
Reset on Lack's stream right now as well. Looks like Unos has a little bit of issues.
Uh-oh. Nah, he's fine.
There we go. Okay, just a little bit of stream delay.
Alright, let me know, because I don't know where Lack is compared to you, so... Lakatek just entered the cave on Lack. Unos just entered the cave. That's what I got. Alright, I'm with Jam. Hey, Jen, if you go with
I've
me,
got him
we're
picking
good.
up the sword at the same time.
Okay, I got Unos getting the sword just a little behind, so we're good to go. Let's see how these opening clips go. Lakatek is on world record pace on that first clip. Second one, taking a little second look at, little frame correction. Unos is a little unconfident, but he gets into level 3 also.
Yeah, these guys neck and neck, making the same screen transitions at the same time here. Let's first Dark Nut Room, like the Darkwing was saying, will kind of be the test to see of how Unos' mentality is if he doesn't get that first bomb drop. So, no bomb for Lack, bomb for Unos, so going to take a little bit of a lead here.
Compass get Bat
Hype.
kill, right? Doesn't want to take any extra kills there. He grabs that key and sneaks away without taking any damage. Gets a great bomb there, a little subatomic, 4 out of 5.
Yeah, unfortunately, a really bad pattern here for Unos. Going to cost him some time, but does get his bomb drop. So up to 7.
Ah!
Black gets one as well, so it takes a bop, unfortunately. So I'm going to have
Alright.
a 134 raft get and a 135 raft get. So 1 second of a differential here.
Alright, so Unos has got his work cut out for him already. He's got to grind for 1 second against the guy who is the best at this game.
Well, I'll come down to Manhandla. If both can get through that, then I think we've got a pretty decent race going.
Well,
I believe a Manhandla mishap will pretty much cost either person the race here. So looks like Unos going to go for extra bombs.
yeah, he missed his first bomb attempt on that wall because he got spooked by a dark nut, but now he'll have plenty of bombs for Manhandla, so...
Yeah, but unfortunately, lots of time there. As Lack has no
is
problem one bombing
insane.
down Manhandla. So
That is pretty much
221.
the best Manhandla pattern you can get because he didn't have to go out of his way to get the container or the bomb drop off Manhandla. And then Yunos gets a fairy? Explain that
Well,
one.
he got bopped. But yeah, I'm not exactly sure how he still got a fairy. But it's a good thing that he managed to get those bombs. Otherwise, he would be out right now. So
And handle it in a health dropping group, so just a lucky fairy. I'm guessing not excessive hits. So his count is probably 2-ish. And the global was probably like 4-ish. I'm
that
guessing.
sounds about right. Unfortunately, just bleeding off time here, though. Lack is not the person you want to bleed time against. But
Getting into level 4 before 3 minutes is a very, very big achievement for anyone who plays this game.
yeah, but I mean, we still got level 4 left and a lot of games, so anything can happen.
So let's just watch Lack Attack's rupees and Yunos' bombs at this time.
Yes, correct.
Max rupees there, gets a 5 and a 1. Then Yunos is trying to work up a count here to force a bomb. Interesting fire pattern here for Lack. He's going to open up with stabs and then conclude with a bomb.
Doesn't get anything for it either, unfortunately.
Yunos got his bomb drop, and now he's going to try and increment his count here and there. Wow, Lack Attack is just so good at this ladder room. I think he saw early on that getting your ladder quickly is, instrumental to a PB, and taking some risks there without actually, I don't know, it just didn't look it didn't look difficult for him. He had a lot of finesse there, aggressively grabbing the bomb when his count dropped to 4, and then placing bombs immediately to clear the room. Yunos, however, has just missed a bomb there.
Having done this several thousands of times, I'm sure he's gotten
Another bomb whiff.
Unfortunately, Yunos losing a little bit more time here. A heart losing beam swords, not getting a bomb drop, not getting rupees. Jean-Luc Picard.
Oh, I wish I could be there listening to the music with you guys, but too complicated to stay in rhythm. Good bomb there, Lack Attack.
Gets his force bomb though, and a couple of rupees, so 18-6 are the counts going into Gliok, which is pretty good. Yunos is going to be at 11, and we don't know exactly yet, so...
He got the 12th rupee. Look at that guy. It's a Darkwing Duck strat. Oh, and then Gliok drops the rare rupee as well.
Yeah, pretty good Gliok there for Lack. Gonna get out of here at plus 6.2, so fantastic for him. Yunos getting double bomb drop and a very quick Via Room. That'll help make up some time. He's just got to get through this Gliok without a death to keep on Lack's heals here.
Someone in chat was kind of making the question or the conjecture, like, do you want to race against, Lack early or late in a string of races? And I would rather have a cold Lack Attack any day than one that's kind of amped up like the way that Lack Attack is right now.
Oh, Yunos takes
Wow.
the head bop just
How?
as the fireball passes through him to live.
How is that 3/8
Wow.
enough? So he finishes Dungeon 4 with 1 and 5/8 health.
Yeah.
Special thanks, Fred Coughlin, for solving that riddle for
Less
me.
than that, it would actually be 5/8 cells, not 1 and 5/8, because he got the
Well,
heart
he picked-
pickup was at half a heart, so...
Wait, yeah, he picked up the heart container, though. That's what I was saying.
Right, yeah. But yeah, very fortunate for him that he ran into the head before he killed it, otherwise he would have
That was a dangerous
died.
clip. Good for him for not dying. Took a really aggressive left-right clip, and then half of Link was actually on the water in dangerous softlock territory, but he was able to get back onto the map screen without a problem. A little bit aggressive here. This is what Yunos has to do. I like to see this, just as he reclines in his chair, but he's going to be itching for some
back.
times here.
Embarrassment of bombs. Gets 2 bomb drops. Has a count of 30 and 8.
30
which
rupees,
is
wow.
unbelievable. So he doesn't have to waste any time outside of level 1 to get his rupees.
And then something as innocuous as a block clip, just making him pause for a second. When you're the best at this game, your biggest villain is yourself, so anything that he does that's just slightly suboptimal is going to get in his head and slow him down a little bit.
Yunos taking a bop, losing his count. Not very happy about that.
Gives the courtesy WTF gesture at his camera. Stupid gel.
Yes, we all feel, but gets the rando, so it's okay, right?
Yeah. Maybe Yunos XX is bad.
Well, Lack with like 30 and 8. Like, you can't ask for anything better leaving level 1. Leaves a fairy behind to boot.
Alright, so 750 try get. Level 1 is over from one of our racers. Other guys got to start picking up some slack. We have Lack Attack versus Slacken over here. Unos XX just a little bit behind. Coming off of a loss against Crystal Saver, who is undefeated in the tournament thus far.
Yeah, very unfortunate loss as well. Dying to Ganon twice. Kind of threw that match away, unfortunately. Had the opportunity for like a 31-ish and dropped the ball. So seeing how he recovers from having the tilt factor. That looks like what? That's a... And I can't read his splits. An 829 versus a 748. So that's a 41 second difference.
That's huge. That's something... Well, we'll see what happens.
At 41
no
seconds,
idea.
I think Lack kind of has to maybe die or get wall mastered or run out of bombs.
Yeah, has to run out of bombs in the recorder room or something and have to sort those guys down. That'll do it. Little wall master in 7 action. Anyone?
Looks like Unos is going to have to go with maybe the red candle route here.
That's a good choice in this situation. Even though he has high on bombs, his choices are to get the 100 secret, come back for the blue candle, and get another 100 secret later, or to go ahead and just do 2 first.
Well, at 27, he might risk it. I don't know.
Okay, so I want to just recap a little bit about this tournament. Saver came in as the 4 seed with a huge PB. And I've said before, he's not the best racer, but he has put up some good race times. His opponents he had one basically free ride early in the tournament. His opponent forfeit or no-showed or something, and he got a pass. And then his victories have been just circumstantial, not necessarily optimal play on his behalf, but his opponent not doing well. So his opponent dying in 9 in just his last races allowed him to continue this tournament. Now, Unos and Lack have both been in matches that were under 15 seconds apart between the winner and loser. Very, very intense victories, and they have to work for them.
Forced bomb there by Lack. So not going to have... Well, not getting very good bombs, but did get forced bombs, so he's got a lot to play around with.
This
That's
is
a little
not
bit
the
better.
30 seconds you're looking for, Unos. Not on Lack's screen right there. Not bleeding out very much.
No, unfortunately, Unos it's a pretty major mistake behind at this point.
God.
But anything is possible. I mean, Lack has died in races before. It can happen to anybody. So we'll see what
10:37
happens.
recorder. That's insane. So that's basically
that's
40.
fast.
That's 40 seconds faster than I've ever picked it up.
Unfortunately, Unos having to take the time to sword down almost every Gibdo here.
Leave no
Just because
survivors.
they're trying to gangbang him there. So gets on through, keeps his count, and I think built his count just a little bit more. So looking to force a bomb here in the recorder room, which is what everybody always wants to do. So we'll see how that turns out for him. Meanwhile, Lack making his way back to the double Gibdo here at the start, which they do not like to cooperate very well, but does get through it, and gets a forced bomb.
Yeah, Lack Attack could certainly get a 10-minute recorder if he put his mind to it. No joke.
Unos getting some awesome bombs here.
Wow.
Gets his force, but then whiffs a couple.
Oh.
But, does a really
Hey.
good job.
Apparently his early damage was so terrifying, he tried to meet a Dark Knight head-on and he ran away. That just doesn't happen. Usually they'll try and stab you when you run towards them. Don't know how exactly he manipulated that one around.
Yeah, I wish. I'm sure we all would wish we could figure that one out. But pretty solid recorder room there for Unos. Probably about the same speed as Lack, so it doesn't actually gain any time, but doesn't lose any either. So still needs to navigate the majority of level 5. Meanwhile, Lack is one room away from Dig Dogger.
So is Unos catching up at all? That's the question.
Not with half a heart, he's not. That's
Ooh.
painful. Takes a double bop from Blue Dark Nuts.
Oh, Black Attack chasing down a Dig Dogger bit. This is never easy. Gets rewarded with a heart and a container.
Does take a bop, but yeah, gets it back. Uno's here, just dangerous territory. You can't take a fireball on Dig Dogger. You can't take a bop from anything. Using extra bombs to kill off the Gibdo faster. Yeah, he's in a rough spot.
Yeah, he shouldn't piss in the wind or tug on Superman's cape.
So I mean, he's gonna have to double bomb Dig Dugger. I mean, I would definitely not be playing the sword game with a half a heart.
No, you're gonna gear yourself up to take one piece of damage per 4 shots, right?
Random bomb for Lack.
Dig Dugger does 2 hearts of damage if you contact him. Those fireballs are fatal as well at this point.
Yeah, rough
No
situation
troll
for you,
pattern.
that's for sure.
Pulse Voice is behaving, so that's a good sign. Bomb down. Recorder get. Recorder use.
Dodges
Another
the fireballs
menu.
and makes it through. So, despite everything, staying alive, unfortunately losing yet more time, is now 1 minute and 9 seconds behind.
Ooh. Can't tell if Lag Attack is happy or sad with his splits at this point. He's plus 39, but he is commanding a nice lead for a race time. So I don't know if he's recognizing his performance compared to his opponent or just comparing against himself right now. Like I mentioned earlier, his biggest opponent is him.
Yeah, I mean, he's got a 2850. I don't know that he really cares anymore. As long as he wins, you know.
So is that all he's looking at?
I mean, he's been pretty adamant about the fact that he's pretty much done with this game. So you're basically looking at the last races of Lack Attack 24 here, unless something major happens that changes the game and he decides to come back. So,
yeah, that decision probably won't be impacted by new knowledge or anything. It's just going to be just him wanting to play Zelda. And I bet you after about 6 months you're going to want to play Zelda. It's just a great game.
Sure. Absolutely. It's one of those games you can come back to time after time. Which is what's so nice about it. The RNG factors in the game make it something that you can take a break and come back to, and it's not always exactly the same.
Lack is a very philosophical guy. He would say something like, everything in moderation, even moderation.
Sure.
So Zelda has been a bit of lack of moderation for him so far, but now he's recognized that it's time for him to step on into greener pastures where I guess the gold splits come a little easier.
Oh, definitely. So
that great Moldorm negotiation didn't take
yeah.
any damage and got his bomb force. What a great guy.
Uno's buying meat early?
Yeah, is he gonna get the... I like this. This is the expensive meat strats. This is only a rumored strategy. I don't know if it's actually viable, so I like the dynamic. I like buying more expensive meat. This is a man who knows how to take care of his grumble. I'll struggle with that clip.
I don't know that that's... I guess it is a fairly decent time save, as you don't have to go up and mess with the Armos and all that. So shave off a few seconds there, but you're going to have to get some roops here in level 2.
Barely not getting lapped here. Uno's entering 2 as Lack finishes.
Not getting his customary drops.
He doesn't need them, though. Well, I guess he needs 80, right?
He needs 12 rupees, yes. 11 at this point to buy arrows, so...
God, you're just a second ahead of me. Stop that.
He does get a bomb drop, so up to 5.
Ooh, but he lost his rupee for that bomb.
That's alright.
I guess it's long.
Maybe. He's definitely not the National Bank of Unos as per usual here, so see if you can maybe get a forced 5 rupee off of Moldorm.
Yeah. Oh, good pattern, though. Nice fire damage as he just coasts right through the fire.
Yeah, there we go. So up to 76.
And a fairy, of course, because you always get the 5 rupee and the fairy from Moldorm.
Oof. Gonna have to negotiate and get all of these rupees because he's just not getting them. He's down to 79, which is... You can see on his face he's a little bit worried at this point.
This guy's not been good at money management thus far.
He does get it. Well, I mean, usually he gets so many rupees in level 2 that it's just ridiculous, but...
we have the arrow situation.
It's not going to have anything to use for level 7, but does have enough now to buy arrows, so gets trolled by Dodongo, unfortunately.
This is going to put him over 2 minutes behind, isn't it?
Let's see here. Lack had a finish of 15:59. Looks like we're going to get a finish of 17:29, so a minute and 30 seconds.
Alright, so he gets to save 2 transitions to the meat screen, which are vertical, which aren't worth as much. So I'm going to say like 6, maybe 6:12 seconds. He can save on his shopping, which takes like 45. So he's going to get a little bit of time back here. So right now it looks like he's a little behind. Lack Attack, not having a Darkwing Duck style river room here, he's going to take a little bit extra time to clear this out. 4 rupees left over.
Yeah, make a good time. Again, it's one of those. Lack's going to have to die, or Lack's going to have to run out of bombs and have to go back and get the Prez bombs, or something of that nature is going to happen for there to be any kind of chance for Unos. 18-14 on the meat drop for Grumble for Lack. We'll see where Unos is whenever he gets into the dungeon.
Lack is the Michael Jordan of Zelda.
It's a pretty good analogy, I think.
It would be if his PB was 23 even.
Well, yeah. Very difficult to do.
Fishing for bombs, comes up empty hook.
I'm pretty sure he's watching, so I know he's watching the restream, so he knows where Unos is. So knows that he has a little bit of leeway to play around with here. No beam sword for Unos, and no arrows for Aerostrat, so this is going to be a slow strat room here. But gets a good group on the mob, or not the mobs, the gorillas, so makes pretty quick work out of it.
Yeah, for having no cash, that's a pretty good room.
Ooh, the troll pattern there by Dig Dogger, but uses the fireball to damage boost on through.
What a great guy. Looks like Lack forced a bomb on Wallmaster and then had to bomb an additional one because he has no access to his sword while being bopped by the bubbles. Unfortunately, no giveaway here for not getting laced, I guess, and gonna proceed on through level 7 with bombs.
Yeah, 1926 Grumble for Unos, so cuts down that lead to a minute 12. So it does gain back a little bit of time, but well, fortunate there, that bomb was almost out of range.
Ooh, that was the last pixel you can put that on. That would have been the second time that happened in this run if Unos did not get that bomb opening.
I think it's a random too, so up to 8 bombs, Lack only at 2, which is enough to do level 6, but it's nice to have the extra bombs laying around.
Yeah, he needs to use one, but he can also use bombs to make bombs as he forces, his counter to go up to 10 or up to 9 before placing a bomb and killing an enemy. Ooh, fairy drop going to be ignored there by Unos.
Probably a good call at this point. Chasing down a fairy is not something you really want to spend time doing. Using those extra bombs to good effect to blow on through this room. Gonna get bubbled. Oof, that was close. So he uses those extra bombs and gets a damage boost by the bubble on into the stairs to make quick work out of the Wallmaster room. Got a 2036 magic sword get by Lack. And Unos is going to make his way in towards Aquamentus here. Gets some bomb drops. Gets a bomb drop too, so up to 4 bombs again.
Okay, so we got 4 bombs versus 2 bombs. Whiz ropes. Payoff! Lack Attack has 6 bombs going into the Belfry. Beam swords galore. We are assuming that Lack is aware of Unos' position. There's a lot of different things that could tell him that, like his chat, his eyeballs, or our voices. Who knows?
Yeah, he's listening. He is listening to the restream, so he knows where Unos is.
So Unos has just picked up the silver arrow, and Lack Attack is lost out there in level 6. Where did he lose all that time?
Indeed. 21:42. So he's gaining time. Down to a minute 6 lead for Lack here.
Yeah, what I want to see here is Unos play with some cautious optimism. He knows that Lack Attack has to make a major goof here to give up this win. And, just kind of dynamically building your strategy. So he just has to complete a run, and Lack Attack has to die before arrows at this point. Or even after arrows would probably do it.
Getting some bubble problems there for Lack. Does have a bomb drop out of the room, no drops, so that will help.
There's so many things to watch in this room, and I've seen both Darkwing and Lack watch everything but Link and take bubble hits in this room, but he does manage to clean it out pretty nicely.
Yunos, pretty quick belfry there, making his way on through to the first magical breakfast room. Doing a pretty good job. Has full bombs as well, so that is good. Gets a clock drop there, so he knows his count should be at 4 now on the drop counter. Not that that really makes too big of a difference, but it should give him a couple of bomb chances here on this next room to fill himself back up to full. And it looks like we're going to have a 20... basically 23 even try get for Lack here. Fairy drop for Yunos takes a hit from a blue wizard to grab it, so only nets a 1 heart lead out of that.
How are all of his enemies above the equator right there? It's crazy.
Yeah, takes another bomb too, so we're gonna have a pretty hefty refill going into the Triforce here.
Alright, we got an 8 going underway here for Lack Attack, down half a heart, has 8 bombs. Let's get to use them. Got him equipped. Let's see what he does. No extra hits on Manhandla. Blue Lagoon, very laggy. Gets 16 damage before he finally kills a Blue Darknet, but they're all grouped up for the final stabs, which is very nice. Just gonna chase down this last guy. Doubling back for a heart. He wants to be a little healthy for the second half of 8 here.
So Yunos picks up a Triforce at 2401, has a little bit of a refill, but if you keep that in mind, if we had about 15 more levels, he would be able to cut the time back down to about even at the rate he's going.
Suggesting they do a second quest immediately after this.
Sounds good, yes. Black making pretty quick work of this second Darknet room here. Has some pretty good health leaving the room as well, so shouldn't have a terrible refill.
No, an extra heart there from the bomb dropping group. Could have fished for another one, but he has 7 bombs. He'll use 1 here to bust into Gleok's room. And have exactly enough bombs to complete level 9 without any further drops, so he's in pretty good position. Yunos has now worked up a count. He can get a bomb here in the Blue Lagoon.
Ooh, does get it, and uses some extra bombs to effect. Doesn't get a lot of damage out of them, unfortunately. These 2 rooms is really where he's going to have opportunity to gain 10 or 15 seconds on Lack, and unfortunately, the first room doesn't really net him any time. Appreciate the compliment there, Catcher Chat. It's much appreciated indeed. Great room, great pattern here for Yunos, though. Does it really take advantage of what he could have to get the extra damage there? Had some opportunities for multiple damage sword swings and didn't really get them off, but is still making pretty good work out of this room here.
Alright, well, this is just rounding the final corner. Black Attack getting ready to start level 9.
Darkwing, it looks like it's a 213 level 8 for Lack.
Not fantastic, not terrible.
Well, Yunos taking his way towards Enda Gleok here. Doing pretty good. Doesn't take a whole lot of damage. Only a 4.5 heart refill, but Lack finished level 8 at 25-12. Yunos is going to finish at 26-19. So it's still that minute 7 gap, which just means Lack has to die. So I wonder if this is one of those times where you go get a potion. I don't think Yunos is going to, but you know, you basically Lack has to die for Yunos to have a chance. So
Yunos, I mean, Lack Attack should just grab potions. It's the only thing that can kill him here is death. He should have got the 40-second delayed potion there. But...
Sure, make it a race again, right?
Yeah, right. But wow. So one thing going on right now is what is happening here. That's a suboptimal 9 for Lack Attack is. So far, he killed all of the light legs. That's the only thing that's gone wrong.
I mean,
so
he's going to have
got
to
his
have...
forced bomb. He clipped right away.
Yeah. It's going to have to be a bad Patcher 1, which it's not going to be.
Nope, Patcher 1's done.
Needs to have a really bad Patcher 2. Needs to have a bad Patcher 2P. Needs to have a bad Reverse C. Needs to have a bad Ganon pattern. Needs to have a bad patch or 3. I mean, there's so many things that have to go wrong, and
Wow,
things
you
have
got
to go
that-
perfect for
He
Yunos.
fished that Wizrobe out of the doorway, which is always risky because that door seems to just pull you in when you get close. Gets the bombs from the Wizrobe. He doesn't even have to stop for the
Nice
assault,
force
so
bomb. Yeah.
this is short of those likes is going to be some gold 9 action. Killing some extra keys here. Yunos not having the smoothest breakfast here.
It
Gets
does
bomb
get his
drop,
force
though.
bombs at least, so up to 8 bombs. But again, there's a lot of things that have to go very wrong here.
Something else that can go wrong is the NES stops working.
Yeah, we need to have another Aquamentus level crash here, but Lack having no problem with that clip. Gets right through on the first block.
And here
making
comes
his way
your
into reverse C already.
C. Yeah. Heart. Wow, how did he kill that Wizard before it touched him? He doesn't need to go back for the hearts. He finished reverse C without actually entering the room.
Yeah, that was crazy fast reverse C there.
Still not
20
gold on his split there, but oh man.
I mean, a minute 58 behind, like, holy cow.
Yeah.
I guess it's, well, he's behind on the split, so it's actually only a minute 36 behind, but either way, still crazy fast. There's a 28-17
You know,
silver arrow get.
Just choking out here. He needs to kill these Wizards faster. A little extra stabby stab here and there. Not a bad Patrick 2B skip.
Nope, only 2 hearts of damage.
Oh.
Fantastic like room there. I mean, only 1 bop isn't too bad.
Is Darkwing the only one to not know what the inside of the like feels like at this point? Because these guys have been
I guess
spending
so.
some time in here. He's like, I'll just take your word for it, and I don't want to go in there.
So basically what we need to see is about 3 hits from Patra 3 and a couple of Hyrule drivers to get Yunos back in this.
Anything.
So basically what we're looking for is a full house, and I'm not sure it's going to happen. The odds are pretty tight.
I mean, how's Yunos doing versus splits? I see some yellow over there. Are those golds?
Looks like he had a gold 7, but I'm not exactly sure. Well, yeah, that's a solid gold 7, minus 13.8, but these are not his best splits either.
True.
He's racing against 30.07s.
Grayscale here on Lack Attack.
And a silver arrow get at 29.51. So he has cut time off, but it's just there's not enough of a game left. I mean, Lack's going to have to get Hyrule Driver 3 times. And I just don't see that happening.
Very serious looking right now. And no trouble there from Ganon. So we're going to go ahead
Gives
and just...
Ganon the muff and takes him on out, no problem. Looks like we've got a 30-22 for Lack, so back-to-back 30-minute times. Like, unbelievable by Lack Attack here.
So
Just
what did Lack
time.
Attack pull out in the first race?
30-39, so he's actually gotten faster. 30-22, that's only 6 seconds off of the world record race time.
God, his average race time in this tournament has now dropped to 32 flat.
Yeah, and I mean, honestly, for Lack, that was not a good run. At all. I mean, there were so many things that went wrong, and still got a 30-22. Yunos down to just 2 hearts here. Level 9 has not been his friend today, unfortunately. Very, very sad to see him lose 2 in a row to drop out of the tournament, but Lack is going to have to win 2 games in a row against Saber, so strap yourself in. We've still got 2 more games for you.
Wow. Saver, the guy who has yet to lose, now being asked graciously to lose 2 in a row.
But the only person to have beat Lack Attack, so 1 up there for him.
Wow. God, this is... One of the biggest fatalities so far has actually been Yunos' bracket. He confidently bet on himself to win. And
Indeed.
so now he's gone out of the bottom bracket. His bracket is busted. We'll have to take a look. I think... Is your bracket still alive, Jet?
It is, but unfortunately, I do not have a way to win because Fred has the same bracket as me, but picked 1 later race than I did to get correct, so he actually has higher possible points.
Does that mean that
but
Fred Coughlin has won the bracket?
I believe so. If I remember right, I still have more correct predictions, but points-wise, I will actually end up losing. Which is fine.
Right. Here you go. Yunos concludes.
32-21 for Yunos.
Very nice. All right, so that's the end of this race. We're gonna have to wrangle up some Saver and Lack Attack. We're gonna go shoot down to our field correspondents, Darkwing Duck, Can't Outfat Me, and let's get some interviews rolling here. What's going on in these guys' heads is Lack Attack is very, very serious looking. I think he clutched out a very good time there for a race.
That was a very solid run from Lack. He looked like Lack.
Oh, 18. So he was only 4 seconds off. And that was just like a casual run. I mean, unbelievable by Lack. I would not be surprised if somehow he manages to break that race world record. It would be very cool to see him get a sub 30 on race time before he retires here, but we'll see what happens. Unfortunately, Yunus is eliminated now from the tournament. He will take what is essentially third place. So, you know, considering that he started this this tournament with, I think Bresticle said, like a 32-30 some odd PB, and has since then dropped it down to a 29, a sub 30 basically, and took third place in this tournament after being the 10th seed is fantastic.
Yeah, that was a good 9 for Lack. Yeah, do you know what his time was for 9?
Looks like-
5:06.
Yeah, 5:06.
Yeah, see, yeah. I didn't expect a 5:06. No. Like, he got... If you have full health, it makes things so much better, you know, like... Good
It was,
time.
5
Either get the health
507.
drops, or... don't get hit by the first patch or the second one, things like that, and things
Yeah,
are...
I didn't either. I thought it was,
The reverse C right there, that was the key of it. I mean, you stood
Insane,
in one
yeah.
spot and
I can't...
didn't have to move at all.
Yeah, that's a cool
Hold on.
strat that
I was
he
actually
kind of
talking
developed.
to the,
It looks
Don't
like
even
we've
have
got
it.
some
Here we are,
issues,
okay.
but, there we go.
sorry.
Congrats, Lack.
Thank you. I was actually
Only-
talking to the restream,
Nice.
so that's why I was so late, but...
So how
Yeah, it
about
was,
that 4 seconds off of world record race time?
that was a bad run.
That's what I'm saying. It's a bad run, but still crazy. I
Yeah.
would love to see the sub 30 here before you retire, but 2 more runs to go. Saver was your kryptonite the first time. They get a beating
Yes.
twice here.
Yes.
We're all looking forward to it. So, Fap, go ahead and take it away, man.
Okay, Lack, first of all, outstanding run. I mean, nothing, you know, I mean, it was beautiful. At level 9 was sick. The reverse C was sick. I mean, it was just a pretty good, solid run. No trouble at all.
Yeah, the reverse C was awesome. I've never done that where I just stayed on the bottom and didn't take any damage. And I didn't use any bombs either. Or maybe I used one. I may not even have used
bombs.
one. 0 bombs, no damage, and didn't leave the doorway. So that's that was new territory. And then really the other thing that I remember is Dark Nuts in 5. I killed all 5 Gibdo on the way to the recorder, which I had never done either. They all lined up in the middle, and that actually got me to 9 on the counter. So, and then the Keys got out of the way, so it was like it just kept getting better, and got some good drops early. So,
Out of all the thousands of runs you've done, it's amazing. We still see stuff, or even you still see stuff that you've never had happen before.
yeah, I know. That just shows how like dynamic this game is, and how it, it's never the same thing twice. That's why it's a great speed game.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, this tournament right here, it's shaping up to be a great finale. You got beat Saver twice. What do you think of your chances are on this one? You know, you've already had 2 good tournament runs right now, but you got to put together 2 more.
I mean, I put my chances at 50%. Saver would be a very worthy champion of this tournament, and he's put in work. So, you know, these races go... One thing happens, you know, nobody's died to Manhandle yet. And if that happens, I mean, that's pretty much game over at this stage in the tournament. So, you know, I'm feeling good. I've played well. Just, you know, I'm taking it a little slower, and like I've had a couple levels that have, like 6 has really bothered me so far tonight. But like the rest of it, really, I've had like decent starts, and recorder rooms went okay, and just I made like some dumb things, like in 5, like I tried to force a bomb off the Dongo, and I didn't really realize that I had 6 bombs already, and so like that lost me like 13 seconds, and there you go. I mean, it just adds up quickly. So look forward to giving it another go here, hopefully twice.
Yeah, I hear you, man. Well, definitely good luck to you. Is Eunice in the call too, or?
No, and he is away from his computer, so I'm not sure if he will be joining us or not.
I gave him
Cool.
the ping back. He can hop in if he wants to.
So what's your mindset going to be going into the next race as opposed to your previous 2?
Well, yeah, I was definitely like, I didn't want to just come in and lose the first race. Like that was probably what I was worried the most about, especially because, I mean, you have the best chance of beating me out of anybody that I was potentially going to play tonight. And then like the second race with Yunus, I thought he would be, kind of thinking about the last run still, about how he had it won, and then had it like 3 deaths and 9. So I felt like I had an advantage at that point coming in. This race, Saber, he said he shouldn't have won that other race. So I think he's relaxed. I think he's ready to go. He knows he can beat me, and I'm excited. This is gonna be fun.
Good deal, man. Definitely good luck to you, and
Thank you.
And Eunice, if you're listening, man, you gave it a hell of a run, man. You took down some giants, and you went up against the big giant, and yeah, he's a wall. That's all there is to it.
well, thanks. I'll get ready for the next race, and we'll start when Saber's ready. I think he's ready to go.
Right,
Good deal, man. Best of luck.
And thanks.
Back to you, kids.
Yeah, like you were saying, Fab, Yunus made one hell of a run considering where his time was before this tournament started. I mean, going from a 32.5 to a sub 30 is, in such a short time, is ridiculously good. So, regardless of not winning the tournament, the time improvement is ridiculously good.
Yeah, he took me down. He took not Darkwing. Wait, did he take Darkwing down in the winners bracket?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes, he did.
Yeah, took Darkwing down. I mean, he took everybody down except for Lack.
Yeah, I mean, again, you can't complain about it, so...
Nah, hell of a run.
So, it looks like we've got a race channel up. I think Jam's got about 3 minutes on the restream timer, so we're going to take about 3 minutes of a break here. I'm going to go grab a drink, try to save my voice, and we'll be back in just a little bit.
Alright, then I'll just fill in the air, get you all caught up. Saver has a race PB of 30:36. We just saw Lag Attack get 4 seconds short of the world record. So, very, very capable of performing. But just seeing what Lag can do here in between these adrenal blasts of extremely fast Zelda. Yeah, it's come down to this. Lack versus Saber. If
I think Lack is really loose at this point.
he's
Like, really
as
loose.
Yeah.
I think
He's probably feeling less
I think
pressure.
we were both. Yeah, we were both a little tight. I think on the first race, it helped our play seemingly, but I think we were both a little tight. But I think he's really loose at this point, and
It's a little bit more than that. It's also your RNG. I mean,
oh yeah.
it's hard to put numbers against, but let's say, Lag Attack's very experienced at holding on to runs. He kept a very bad opening in his world record run, and really, really got a lot of great time at the end of that run. So maybe he's a little bit better at handling misfiring RNG, and maybe if Saber can just get standard, predictable RNG, he can keep the race really close.
Oh yeah, like if I remember right, Saber has a very wide range. Things can fall together and he'll be fine. I don't think he'll throw away a good run. But obviously the optimal thing is in optimal times in Lack's favor. But sure, Saber, he's already done it once. I mean, he can obviously beat Lack.
Did Saber do it, or did Lack just not do it?
Well, Saber got a 31. It was a 31 that beat Lack. So it's, if Lack got pretty normal, 1047 has a lot of, 3 was good enough luck. If he doesn't get the bomb, and say he leaves 3 with 2 bombs, it's definitely he's going to be behind in time. And if Saver is ahead by a good chunk at that point, it's the race is on at that point.
Yeah. When's the last time Lack Attack took a 32 plus in a race?
Against Saver.
Yeah, right. 31:43 the race immediately before that. 31:15 immediately before that. 38 in the race before that one, though. So, I mean, there was some. Well, that was the cart problem, yeah. But anything goes.
Yeah, I mean, obviously the advantage goes to Lack, but it's not like he's guaranteed to win this one, and then if he wins, the next one. Although I think this is best for Saver. If he's going to win, he's probably going to have to win the first one, I imagine. Unless bad luck happens to Lack in the second race if he wins the first one.
Yeah.
Because,
so
Saver's playing with house money here, so...
Yeah, he really is. He had one walk and a couple questionably high times that have brought him this far, including the most recent time. Somehow he got a win there against Unos.
He can play a lot more aggressive here because he still has a loss in the bag he can take. So he can play a lot more aggressive. Go be a little bit more. I know he's a little bit risk averse. That's why he's such a good no-hit player. But he can take a little bit more risk. Try to get lucky in a couple of go for random drops or something like that. And if it doesn't happen, he's got the next race. So, but at that point, that's just going to buoy Lack's confidence. And if he has anything good, I don't think he'll throw a runaway.
Well, we're going to figure out what happens now. We're getting the 5-second countdown in SRL. A little bit of stream delay. Lack Attack with a reset. Let's just watch this thing unfold and keep your predictions in mind. God, it's going to be a great one. Alright, so I have Lack Attack starting up first. He just got in the cave. Saver, get into the cave just right now. Jamie, if you're out there, tell me if I need to refresh either one. I'm good, he says. Good. Lack Attack is going to start his clips here. Very excellent. Saver, very excellent as well. Lack, perfect. Saver, a mild correction, also very good. Getting there into level 3 on PB pace. Taking a swig of water as he holds an up left diagonal, using every little free moment he has to keep hydrated, keep the adrenaline at bay, watch out for any atrophy. Let's see if he gets a bomb drop here. He does. Saver? Does. They both get bombs, but Saver took a little bit of extra time there. The safety engineer, really careful there on his Dark Nut fight. Lack Attack increases the count by stabbing the Keese, demon on the Keese. He's feeling good. Walks into the bubble. Immediately after celebrating his victory, just dejected. Gets a nice little pattern on these Dark Nuts, so that should cheer him right back up. Saver getting a pretty good bomb there. He's got 2 more left to go. One of them went to the upper right-hand corner. That's never fun. So, RNG so far not giving any miracle benefits here to Saver. Lack Attack has now increased his count by killing all the Keese after taking the Bubble Bop right before the Darknet room, so he could force a bomb go up to 8 here coming out. Saver unfortunately takes a hit from the Keese and will have no count coming out of the Raft room, and only has 2 bombs. He's going to stop in the middle room of 3 and fill up his bombs from the room drop, needlessly dropping a bomb there to fight those Dark Nut. Saver just basically gave away a bomb there, had no chance of getting a random. Alright, Lack Attack has gone through the force drop room, leaving the bombs on the board. He has 7 going towards Manhandle. He's going to drop 1 to open up the wall here. Saver uses the final bomb to open the doorway and picks up the room pack. He is hurting right now. This is looking like it's going to be an actual 2-game tourney so far. Very nice Manhandler from Lack Attack. Going to pick up the Triforce here at 2:16. He is 4.5 seconds ahead of world record. Let's give you an idea. Oh my god, Saber has wasted all his bombs, and now he's bombless versus Manhandla. Safety Engineer could probably bust out his pause strats here. Doesn't want to die, but also needs bombs. It's always tricky when you knock off everything. There go the pauses. Everything but the bottom part of Manhandla gives you a very little safety cushion. Looks like he can... Lakatek, meanwhile, is getting into level 4 before 250. About 247.5 hits the doorway, so he is just crushing right now. Saver is just pausing and pausing, looking for an opportunity to land a stab. Finally gets it. He did have the bomb stored, so pausing, not taking damage, getting his bombs and coming out of 3 alive after pausing for what seemed to be like 20 seconds. Wow. But, okay, looking back over here on Lack, he has no rupees yet. Not that Saver has any.